You know, the question might be, how is it that America has a president that is an adjudicated criminal? I mean, broke the law, was charged, was tried, prosecuted, and was determined to be guilty for abusing the law. But up until this point, he's been able to ride, hasn't paid anything, hasn't been accountable for anything. And the people of America, for one reason or another, put him back in office as president of the United States again. And what is this crook doing? What is this adjudicated crook doing? He's doing nothing for the people. But he's going back and everybody that had a role in prosecuting him for the evil things that he did. See, he did evil. There's no question about that. He was adjudicated for doing evil. But he's pissed because people charged him for doing evil, because people wanted to hold him accountable for doing evil. He felt that he should be getting away with evil because anything that he does is right. And he seems to be getting away with it, even though people are going to court trying to argue against this and argue against that. But for a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, a few months until the courts do something, it's the way it is. He actually started doing these kinds of things. A crook running the country. And it's amazing because they always said this was a great country. They always said it was a magnificent country. And this country's been overrun by a few people. It's not just Trump now. Trump just a mouthpiece. It's been overrun by evil. You got a dude named Miller who's walking around, everything coming out of his mouth is death, ugliness, nothing no beautiful. Representing what America has always been about: lying, cheating, taking stuff, abusing stuff, using people, and then trying to take credit for anything that happens, any success, when they did nothing. Man, and this is what their plea is. And they have no intentions whatsoever of resolving any problems. To them, to resolve a problem is to lift them up on the pedestal that they claim they should be on. And everybody else can go to hell. Or you can just hang on by your bootstraps if you can. And this is the way that they are. And this is the way they were raised, just like the rest of the country have been raised to accept that. You know darn well this crook, adjudicated crook, should not have been president of the United States. He shouldn't even been running for president of the United States. And when they tried down there to keep him off the ballot, the United States Supreme Court made it possible for them not to do that. Made it possible for him to stay out, to still go through the process. You, the American people, allowed, rather than sticking him in jail, I guarantee you he won't let any of you out. Rather than sticking his butt in jail like he was supposed to be, you act like you act, rather than sticking his butt in jail like you supposed to, you act like, anyway, you let him out. And for doing that, this is the price you pay for acting a fool. This is the price you pay for acting a fool. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was one thing to act a fool. It's another thing to still be a fool. You, the people, don't know anything about how to resolve these problems. You are still caught up in your BS. You are real caught up in that, thinking that you are right and the others are wrong. and both of you have no solution. So what good are any of you? You're no good for what's right. Only righteousness you have served is hell. Now, I say that to you because you have a choice. I'm going to tell you this. And if you want to know more information, ask me. But there is a God. And God planned that you should experience on this earth in these bodies during these times as if you were in heaven. That was the plan. But you bought into another plan. The only thing that you would have been required to live on earth as if you're in heaven is to have a job, to have a career. And that would entitle you to anything on earth that you guys are doing. That would have done it. But you chose a different program, and you know what that is. All right. Goodbye for now.